Guam's governor, Eddie Calvo. Photo Office of the Governor of Guam. Guam's governor was assured of his island's safety on Saturday, with United States President Donald Trump giving the territory 1,000% backing. North Korea has announced plans to fire missiles into the sea near the island, a U.S. territory and key military base in the Western Pacific. Earlier, President Trump said the U.S. military was locked and loaded to deal with North Korea, should the need arise, as the country's leaders increased bellicose rhetoric this week. The governor, Eddie Calvo, spoke on the phone with Mr. Trump and Chief of Staff John Kelly on Saturday morning, during which Mr. Trump assured Mr. Calvo that the island's people were safe. The 3-minute conversation was recorded in a video published by Mr. Calvo's office. https://co98clicksbees, Eddie Barza Calvo at Governor Calvo, August 12, 2017. Governor, I just want to let you know we're with you 1000%, Mr. Trump told Mr. Calvo. We'll see how it all works out, but you're not going to have a problem, and I just wanted to pay my respects and say you seem like a hell of a guy. Mr. Calvo, a second-term Republican, said he had never felt more safe or so confident than with Mr. Trump at the helm. So with all the criticism going on over there, from a guy that's being targeted, we need a president like you, so I'm just so thankful, and I'm glad you're holding the helm, sir, he said. A U.S. Air Force B-1B bomber prepared to take off from Andersen Air Force Base in Guam in August. Photo U.S. Air Force Pacific Command. Don't worry about a thing, Mr. Trump responded. They should have had me 8 years ago. I have to say, Eddie, you're going to become extremely famous. All over the world they're talking about Guam and they're talking about you. And your tourism, I can say this, your tourism is going to go up like tenfold with the expenditure of no money, so I congratulate you, Mr. Trump said, praising the island's beauty, to which Mr. Calvo encouraged Mr. Trump to visit. It could happen, the president said. Please say hello to the people of Guam. Guam's Homeland Security Department on Friday released this pamphlet in case of emergency preparing for an imminent missile threat. Photo Guam Homeland Security. Mr. Calvo has spent most of the week assuring Guam's 160,000 residents of their safety despite the threats. Meanwhile, public safety officials on the island on Friday distributed a pamphlet advising residents how to prepare and react should North Korea follow through on its threats. The document, called In Case of Emergency Preparing for Imminent Missile Threat, was released by the Homeland Security Department and included several ominous warnings. Do not look at the flash of fireball, it can blind you. It said brick and concrete structures were the safest places to shelter from radioactive fallout, and people should prepare to remain inside for at least 24 hours. If that wasn't possible, people should lie on the ground and cover their heads, it said. To prevent radioactive material from spreading, people should remove their outer layer of clothing, seal it in a plastic bag, and get it as far away as possible. Take a shower with lots of soap and water to help remove radioactive contamination, it said. Wash your hair with shampoo, or soap and water. Do not use conditioner in your hair because it will bind radioactive material to your hair. North Korea has threatened Guam several times before, most recently in 2013, which prompted the United States to permanently deploy a missile defense system. USAF B-1B Lancer bombers on Guam stand ready to fulfill USFK's fighter night mission if called upon to do so. https://t.co3overfranpic.twitter.com/2 Clusiway, U.S. Pacific Command at Pacific Command, August 11, 2017.